Welcome everyone to another episode of Man Them Talks Football, and I remain your host. No, I'm not remaining your host. I'm your new host for the day, Ayola, and with me today is our guest, Prosper,
Hi,
Coach Prosper.
Coach Prosper is here for the
How
first time.
how's your weekend?
Stressful. Football was actually very stressful this weekend. I'm not going to lie because of my team, basically. But I'm a Barcelona fan, but
Well, we
yeah,
saw that game was very, 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 very fun. How would you in a game? Well, it's La Liga. We expect not up to the Premier League standard, you know.
I'm not going to go into that right now. That will be a conversation for another day.
And this week we had a lot of exciting Premier League action.
Yes, yes, wonderful.
Very exciting.
Yeah,
We
sorry.
had big matches. Liverpool. We also have we had shockers this week. Oh. A lot of
Honestly,
shockers.
honestly,
Like Tottenham Bournemouth.
like the
Who
game,
would have seen that coming? See
like
Nottingham
Forest,
Forest.
not honestly, because
3-0.
it went in a different way. We didn't actually expect those names,
I know, right?
right? Look, going to our weekend preview that
Yeah.
we did last week, it was actually very, very like it was different because now I was talking about the Aston Villa game with Crystal Palace. That game was
I
shocking.
both teams with the whole of the old Watkins and everybody, no
The,
goals.
the Newcastle
Was-
as well. Newcastle game was actually still shocking as well. So honestly, it was very shocking. But now, and I look at every single thing now, it was like it's football. That's why it's
Yeah,
called the Premier League,
yeah,
one of the most hardest league in the
not
world.
just hardest, exciting. You have to put that. Premier League is like the most exciting.
Yeah,
So first of all, I think where do we start from? Where do you think we start from
I
today?
think we should start from the best league in the world first. Let's start with the Premier League.
Yeah, what match? Liverpool Arsenal.
Obviously,
The most exciting match of the weekend.
that match was. I was watching the game with Miles and Shotzi, right?
Yeah.
Two of them were like, Shotzi was like, "What's going on with this Arsenal? What's going on?" Because it was like Arsenal can deliver better than this. Arsenal had pinned Liverpool in the game
We all
throughout.
expected a lot better than they did actually.
Well,
Because
you're an
I
Arsenal
feel
fan. I
like
think you really want to give
I
us
feel
the.
like the team was really, 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 really defensive that match. Like they came out for a draw. What do you think?
Yeah, it was very obvious because that game was like you guys wanted to just no. Actually, both teams were playing on the safe side, right? But when Liverpool actually came outside, they actually got to go.
I felt,
Right.
but from the beginning, it felt like
You guys were camping Liverpool at the back and
yeah,
everything.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but again, you guys still come back to the major things. The major problem you guys had coming from last season, which is what scoring goals. You guys still have to resort to going to set piece to try and create your chances, right? So
I don't think the problem is actually scoring goals. The problem is creating
the goal
chances.
chances.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what I think.
same,
And
same.
that match was just a very, very funny match because the from the formation, Arsenal formation, you would have already seen it.
You know, my spirited that formation, and he was telling you the other day, you were like,
I
nah.
just didn't want to believe that that was going to happen. Yeah, I
Actually,
wanted to be something else, but that's what happened. So we came in with three DMs. In my
very
case,
that
that was
was
like three DMs.
that was
No
very
link between the attack and the defense. Just give Madueke and God.
and pray to God. Actually,
God.
Madueke was the best
So
attacking
what
player
do you
for
think
Arsenal.
about the wings?
For Arsenal.
Yeah.
Actually, that game, I wouldn't blame Martinelli that much. You will probably blame him, right? Because of the fact that you guys feel like he's always head down and everything, right? I feel like Martinelli that game, you couldn't have done more than what he could have done because one, it was Dominic Soboslai,
Okay.
right? You might actually look at Soboslai that is he a right back? Why was it that difficult to actually beat? Right? But he wasn't. Soboslai was actually a very, very good player. Right?
But do you see
Defensively,
when Martinelli
um,
ran with the ball to like the goalkeeper? Who do we blame for that? Someone's like,
no, definitely no. So the thing is, you're not going to be whole 100% in the whole game, right?
yeah, that's
We know that at times his player is going to be in his speech and definitely is going to slow down as well. Then for Madueke, I saw some Liverpool fans actually saying that, for example, Miles,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
He was saying that, what's his name? Milos Kekes, right? That he had a very poor game, that he was not playing very well. But I felt like Kekes actually tried because if it wasn't for Kekes, Madueke would have actually gone a whole lot. You have done a whole lot more than
that's
what you
true.
did,
That's true.
right? So I felt like it was actually good. And again, I won't blame Gyökeres. Gyökeres actually did well because the
He
ball,
did,
you didn't get the ball. There was
yeah,
no way you could get the ball. And again, you had Van Dijk, Kunate, bruh,
and he was the only one there.
bruh. I don't even think if he was not just the only one. I
There
don't
was
think any.
nobody pulling any of them out of their position. Two of them were always with him, so there was no way he could have passed. and considering the fact that there's nobody to actually give him that over the line pass, so it was just hell for him, I guess. So let's move over to the Liverpool team.
Yeah, it was actually a very wonderful, good performance from Liverpool defensively. I enjoyed the games. Why? Because I was telling Shoti one thing that if you look back at the game at Crystal Palace, I mean Newcastle, right? Liverpool actually stayed in that game. People make it look like Liverpool just like they didn't play well attacking, they didn't do this, Salah didn't play well. But the thing is, to stay in a game when we are being pressured that much for a long time and the opponents didn't get a goal from their strongest point, because Arsenal, their
Yeah,
strongest point, I think they had about you guys had like six
we
corners
had
first
more
half.
than six, like seven, I think.
So and you guys and would you get that against Manchester United and not score a goal?
We got fewer than that and scored two.
So it's not even shades at Manchester United right now. But the thing is, Van Dijk, Kunate, and strikers, everybody, let me not single out, but the whole Liverpool team defended very well, right? Gravenberg had a very wonderful game because you guys, Arsenal pressed.
Press,
I
like,
saw the best game. I told Miles, I saw the best game from Declan Rice that last weekend.
yeah, we've not actually seen anything come
Sorry.
from him all
Like it
season.
was perfect. He did very, very well. And again, right, his set pieces were okay. But Liverpool's defense was good. And that's good because people are saying that they need to sign Gay, they need to sign Gay. But
Liverpool's defense is
they
actually
survived.
good
They survived that
even
game.
without him.
Yeah, because when Joe Gomez came into the game, it was very good. And again, people Musala didn't play very well. He didn't play very well. Kodigapo, actually, I know that Salah is still going to step up very soon. That's the way
Yeah,
Salah starts the
I
season.
think the reason why Salah is a little bit not performing like usual is because of
The
the
workload
whole,
has dropped.
yeah, it has dropped, and the attacking front is not a lot. We have Kodigaku, we have Ekitike,
Yeah,
we have Flo,
Florian Wirtz
we
behind them as
have
well.
like,
We still
yeah,
have
a lot of
McAllister. We still have
people
other players that are trying to
come
push
that are,
forward.
yeah. So and now they've added the sack again. Hey, Liverpool is going to kill a lot
You
of
know, I'm still a
people.
Liverpool fan. You remember?
Can you just not leave this Liverpool?
you know,
Ah!
I'm still a Liverpool fan as well because I can just imagine. You know what? Just leave that.
Then at the end of the day, we got the news that's on transfer for Liverpool that
Yeah,
Gay's
yeah,
transfer
it
broke
collapsed. I
down.
think it was because they couldn't get the replacements. Crystal Palace.
Yeah,
Yeah, they were trying to
for
get
Gay.
Ego.
Okay, and they couldn't get
They couldn't
him.
get the guy.
Okay,
So I
so
think
they
that what
also,
happened
okay.
because from the information I actually got was that he has completed his that's Magay. Magay has completed his medicals
Medical, they've
already.
exchanged
So they just wait,
documents
yeah. So
and
they were just
stuff.
waiting for green
Yeah.
lights from Crystal Palace.
Okay. So moving on, we had Fulham.
We didn't talk about the wonderful goal. That wonderful free kick. That was
Well,
work.
that was the difference maker. I think without that goal, it would have just been goalless.
That was one of the best free kicks I've seen in a long time.
Honestly, as an Arsenal fan, I will admit it, that goal was
Thank,
crazy.
thank you, thank
Even
you, thank
for
you, thank you.
Raya did. I feel like Raya did everything right.
Yeah, at
If you
first,
watch the replay of that free kick, the where before Sobozlai shot the ball, there were two Liverpool players in front of the ball. So Raya could not see the ball before the ball got shot. Then when they were about to shoot it,
he still went
he
to the middle.
moved
Yeah,
to see where the
I saw
ball
that. I saw
was,
that. Yeah,
and exactly the point that the ball was going to be kicked. I think a Liverpool player came in front of the ball again,
I
maybe
think
moved
I don't
away.
think any
I
keeper.
saw that.
I don't think any keeper
Then
will save that ball.
by the time he will see the ball, yeah, it was already too far away from where the ball was going to. Then it dropped just after it got there. So that free kick was, I'll give it to Sobos. Like that was a very very good
Yeah,
taking
it was wonderful free
free
kick.
kick.
Can I ask this? Your manager, what do you feel? Because looking at what you guys are going into right now with this team and everything, right? Yeah, you're the host and the guest
Yeah,
too.
yeah, yeah.
So
I understand. I
yeah, but
understand.
I'm not sure. I just want to know: do you feel you guys can actually get to do well with this defensive-minded formation and defensive-minded tactics your manager gets to bring in after signing Iberi Chieze?
Well, I was first of all, I was very surprised that Berry Chase didn't start, and the position he even took him to, I expected him to play maybe like a central role, but he played more of the when he came in, he played on the left wing, came in for Martinelli, I think.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You
He
did.
played on the left wing, which I didn't expect that. And even the starting lineup, I expected maybe one Neri to start ahead of Merino,
Yeah, I
and he
remember when you were
started
saying that. Yeah,
Merino. It was all shocking. Then towards the end of the match, we were looking for a goal, and they brought in Max down man.
Uh, actually, that was very surprising. Very, very surprising.
I
I'm not
don't know
gonna
what he
lie.
was thinking. I don't even understand the manager like that much anymore.
Well, I know that definitely we're going to see what you guys are going to produce going forward.
Well,
Right? Let's just
but if the defensive formation gives him the result he wants, then he should go ahead. But he should know that the Arsenal fans are watching,
do you
the
think
bots are
do
watching.
you think it will give you results?
Honestly,
It's
I don't think it will give us the league or the Champions League that we
okay,
so
so
sought after.
that's
But if he can give us that defensive play, and at the end of the day we come out a go up, and we go on till we win something, I don't mind. It gets the job done, so
Alright.
I don't mind. So then we go to the Chelsea Fulham football. What do you think about that cancelled goal and the penalty given to?
So PGMO came outside and they said they made a mistake in that game.
Let's leave the PGMO now. What do you think personally before, like when you saw the
We
whole thing?
watched the game together,
Yeah, we
remember?
did.
Right? And I was very pissed because um the one problem I have in the Premier League is that the consistency, not actually the Premier League right now, is the footballing world, right? The consistency in the refereeing is really, really poor, right? We might say today might favor you.
Yeah,
Next week,
tomorrow will be another
right?
thing.
I watched the Barcelona game. The penalty that we used in scoring was not even a penalty. We'll get there. But that's what I'm still talking about because it's not just the
The
Premier League
referee,
now.
well, we
It's
have to know that these referees are humans, and
yes,
humans
that's why they
are.
brought in VAR. That's why they brought in the machines to assist to make the mistakes less. But yet they get to do it. And
But at
next
the end
week,
of the day, the whole decision still boils down to the referee. Even after the whole VAR and everything, it still boils down to
well,
what the
you're
referee
right. You're
thinks.
right. You're right.
So
But actually, I was not actually happy with that. But there's nothing I can really do to change it. I should just see it
that match ended
2
2
0.
0.
2-0, yeah. It was
Yeah,
actually a good game for Chelsea because it was a good win for Chelsea
yeah,
going into the international break and
yeah.
everything.
It
So at least they
was
know that okay, they've gotten that's 3 wins, 3 games, 3 wins now, right?
no 2 wins and 1 draw.
Okay, 2 wins and 1 draw. That's fair. That's fair. Unlike some people.
Okay, then speaking of some people, the Man U Burnley match.
That's what I was talking about. That game, they were so close to breaking the one last record that is
We
remaining.
watched that match together. Did you see how excited I was when they drew that? When the
Yeah,
match tied 2-2. Then we
I
saw Ahmad put the Hendrick penalty kick.
I
He
was
dragged him from outside, dragged him in and dived inside the box.
that I feel like it was a penalty. According to the rules, if it extends into the box, it's a penalty. That's why I was so pissed. Remember Barcelona versus Inter Milan last season, right? Yeah, I mean Yamal's foul. It was inside. It dragged from outside to inside. So that's why I'm still talking about the consistency of the refereeing. It's not as good as I want it to be. Personally, I don't know about other persons, but for me, it's not very, very great. But that game, I felt like it was actually a very good game for Burnley, because they scored from a long throw. Guy, that was a Burnley goal.
Some Stoke City things.
Yes, man. Arsenal stops too.
Okay, then there were 3 upsets this week.
Yeah,
3 upsets. Man City, Brighton, then Bournemouth, Tottenham.
yeah.
Then we had the West Ham, Nottingham Forest also. Three
Okay.
exciting upsets.
I think the biggest deal for me is the Manchester City game. I didn't expect personally because I didn't. That was before the game, right? I didn't know the stats, so when I checked the stats in Brighton's home,
Yeah,
every time Manchester City have scored, Brighton has ended up equalizing
yeah, that's true.
and either winning or drawing the game
And there was
in the
a
past four.
stat that came up during the match that still remains unbroken.
What's that was that?
Milner scoring and Brighton all this.
Yeah. That's true. That's
He
true. Any
actually
game.
went ahead to win the match.
I think my said it as well. So yeah, but I actually felt like that game. I feel for Man City, I feel they had a major problem. People might actually get to disagree, but let us know your comment section.
Yeah.
Ellen Allen, I feel like that game, Ellen Allen alone should have single-handedly won that game. And games without Ellen Allen, I feel Mamu should just start. Don't just. It's not even game should start Allen. It makes them so rigid. They don't know how to play to. They are playing a certain way. and everybody has got. They don't catch them. They don't catch
Yeah,
them.
everybody has gotten the see Tottenham trash them 2-0.
Yeah,
And funny enough, they are nowhere to be found in the top 10.
that's it. So
Yeah, I think they are 12. Yeah.
yeah, I saw it as well.
With just one win, two
We just
losses.
two losses. No, one draw,
Yeah.
one.
No, one win, two losses.
Okay, yeah, Wolves, Wolves,
Tottenham
Wolves. Yeah,
and the
yeah,
only one was
yeah. I just
4-0.
remember now. I
And
just
they
remember it was.
lost to Brighton and Tottenham. At least
Yeah,
God game.
yeah. I just remember now.
Yeah. So then the Nottingham Forest West Ham match.
Yeah, that game I didn't really watch it, but from what I saw online, it was a lot of missed chances.
Yeah, there was a lot of missed chances
A lot
in
of
that
missed
match.
chances because we actually won our prediction. The game ended
0-3
0-0. Yeah, it was
to
so.
West Ham.
It was like
No one
there were a lot of
expected
missed
that because
chances.
West Ham has been constantly losing.
Like
Like
I
no
saw,
one saw that coming
I
at
s-
all.
and it was Bowen
Bowen, my
and Paqueta. So, but actually, every single thing good coming from West Ham always comes from Bowen, right?
yeah, that's
And
true.
the thing is, that game I knew that eventually they will get the win. But before that game, I did not see that coming. Honestly, I didn't see that one coming.
Yeah. Then Leeds Newcastle.
0-0.
Yeah, goalless draw. Do you think the whole Isak to Liverpool
That was all
thing
I'm about to say.
affected the team?
So, starting all the way from their preseason, they've not had a perfect preseason because mentally they've been down, right? They've been down. A lot of people, teams that we didn't
The whole
expect to beat
team,
them,
their main player
yeah.
that they all rely on is
So they needed to be balanced, right? And I feel after this international break was the perfect thing they actually needed.
yeah, yeah,
They need,
yeah,
I think if any other person needed the international break the most, it was Newcastle because they have a squad, right? But right now they're just having players that are not just gelling all because of the fact that their mental state has been on a
on the
different
low,
level, on
yeah.
a low. Yeah. So I just feel like they signed this guy,
Young,
Watermadi, yeah.
yeah,
Watermadi. I think that guy starts for Germany.
yeah, they completed this as the also
Yeah, Wamisa as well. So I feel they are going to be very, very good going
coming
coming back from the international break. Yeah.
then okay, we didn't talk about Tottenham upset too. Just one goal and I didn't watch the match though, but I think that match must have been full of actually I saw the stats of that match.
I was about to go there.
Brighton dominated that match.
The whole
They
game.
had only two
But
shots or three shots the whole game, Tottenham.
I remember I saw it.
And Bournemouth had like I think 20 something shots. That
So
was like overwhelming. That must have been overwhelming for Tottenham.
so for Tottenham now, right?
Yeah,
I feel like their attacking options are limited, well limited in that game because like, they made some signings. They've signed Kolomwani,
yeah.
right? They've signed
Listen,
what's his name?
I think that was the
No, I
only
think they actually made another Xavi Simmons, right? Xavi
yeah,
Simmons didn't
yeah,
play
yeah,
that
yeah,
game.
yeah.
So
They
Xavi
played that
Simmons
game.
and
And
Kolomwani.
okay,
So
you think that will make a difference for
yeah,
the team?
because that attack was limited. Madison was not in the 10. There's not been any creativity.
Okay.
The only creativity in that game has been coming from Kudus. So Kudus doesn't provide. The team actually just didn't play very
Once
well.
the luck will lose all,
Yeah,
the
so the
team
lock Kudus
comes
off. So
up.
that was like definitely right. So I feel with the new signings, every single thing is going to go very very good for them after the internationals.
Then um, there was a team that came back from that came from relegation, and they are now actually topping Man City, the whole Man City. I think they should be ahead of Manchester United, Sunderland.
No, so
They
now
had two wins now.
yeah they have
They
to.
won Brentford in their last match. Brentford too has been shaky since the beginning of the season. I think they lost in Buemo though,
They've lost
and
their
now
best
they've
players.
lost Misa.
So definitely it's definitely going to reflect.
Yeah,
Right. So there are players that were I think Mbeumo alone gave them how many goals last season. Right? Mbeumo alone scored a lot
I
of
think
goals. Mbeumo and Wisa
almost
combined scored almost
20.
40.
Yeah, almost 40
So
goals.
and now the two of them, that's like 40 goals leaving your team. That's going to be very
That's a
hard to
lot.
replace.
That's a lot.
Right? It's going to because 40 goals was what Manchester United scored the whole last season. Right? So now no, that's the truth. So now taking that goals away from a particular team like Brentford is going to really affect.
Yeah. So the only two games we haven't talked about is Wolves Everton. I didn't watch that match, but
That
the scoreline
game was surprising.
seems high. Now it ended 2-3 in favor of Everton.
Jack Grealish
Grealish,
playing without pressure of being bought for 100 million. That's what's going
and
on.
he has been doing very good this season. I don't. I think he has 3 assists or 4 assists now in
Yeah,
3 games.
and he had how many in total in Man City's career? He had
Five,
four
four.
in Man City's
Wow,
career.
that's like an upgrade.
That's
You
massive
play,
upgrade. So
I think playing with I think there's something that happens to some players when they play with smaller, like players, like when they are the biggest player in the team.
Yeah, they feel
They
important, they
feel,
feel more value,
yeah,
they feel loved.
yes. Unlike Man City was, I don't know, he was just not himself. Mm.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Then we have the Aston Villa Crystal Palace game where Crystal Palace won 3-0.
Actually, I started watching that game on first half when it was 1-0 when Matita scored the penalty. Then
Yeah. Marguerite gave a wonderful, what Nigerians would call R2.
actually that game, right? The goal now, right? I saw the game after because Barcelona game started, so I had to switch. Right, so I was watching the Barcelona game. So when me and mine went back to
See,
the Crystal Palace game, I was like, "What? 3-0
I'm
after
sure
without."
Miles would have been head over his heels when he saw the goal from Gay.
I'm sure because that I didn't. I saw it. I was like, even myself, I was amazed. I was like, that was actually a very good goal. And again, they just sold easy and they pulled off 3-0.
Well, before
That's
coming to that game, they've been kind of shaky. You
yeah.
notice
Yeah, I remember from the
going,
Europa League and
not
everything.
scoring any goals.
Yeah,
Then all of a sudden they come up with a 3-0.
that was a good game for them. That was a good game.
That was a very, very good game. Then so that's that on Premier League. Now moving on to La Liga, there's been some I don't know how to put it, but the league president has really, really, really been draining. I saw something about Legan. Is it Leganis or Levante?
It was Levante.
Levante not being able to just register one player
Mayoka as well.
days before the league started.
Okay.
So what's your take on that?
All right. So the president, right, has been like we all know, he's a Real Madrid fan. He doesn't even hide it himself, right? He actually basically comes out and he says it outside, right? So the whole league has been all about make sales, make sales, make sales. That's what he has been saying, including to the small teams, right? Compared to the Premier League, right? It's not as difficult as it is, right? People making money in the league are not actually being able to, are not using their money to actually, because the whole fees, the whole things they have to pay, it's just making the league lose its value.
Yeah,
And it comes, and that's the thing is that it comes out and it says that Barcelona says they are going to be able to register players. How are they going to be able to do it? Like it makes the league loses its value. Right now, the only team, not even the only team that has value in La Liga right now is Real Madrid. Barcelona won the La Liga last season,
still having
and we just registered Chesney our last game. We've not registered. We were able to register
Rashford. I think
Rashford
Rashford was hurt.
by removing this guy's salary, Marc-André Ter Stegen's salary. Right now in the Premier League, you don't hear anything about
Yeah,
registration. You don't hear any stuff
you
about,
just know that they sign player and
and
weeks
it's
later
gone.
he starts for the team. You don't even get so then your game against Rayo Vallecano. There was I saw the VAR was not working that much. The pitch was shit
So keep going.
and I don't know. I think our subscribers too and our viewers too can give us what they think about it in the
Okay.
comments and they shouldn't forget to subscribe also.
Yeah, please guys, subscribe to our channel, please.
Yeah, so on
Okay.
that match, what do you think?
So firstly, before the game, me and you talked about it, and you were like, what's going to happen for that game?" Not even from last week, I was telling you and Shorty that
Yeah,
this
yeah.
game is not going to be an easy game because Vallecas is not an easy place to go to, right? And again, when the game started, God, last season I was complaining about the fact that it was an horrible place to go to because of the fans.
Now
Now
it's
I
the
saw the
pitch.
pitch. I told myself, what is this kind of pitch? I'm going to come into Barcelona's performance,
Yeah,
right? But first, let me talk about the pitch because the ball couldn't go straight. It was just going up, 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 up. That's like playing street football. Honestly, it was so poor that I was like, what is going on? Firstly, this thing shouldn't be allowed. It shouldn't be allowed. It shouldn't be allowed, right? They should be able to know that okay, this is the standard
I think there
of
should
how it
be a
should be.
standard set on pitches and those little.
Yeah, Miles was telling me that it's the weather. I'm like, okay, so weather doesn't affect Premier League pitches
Is
or
it
what's
only
going.
Vallecas
That's,
that affects?
those,
Like the
like
other,
other people. I
yeah.
saw Madrid Stadium. It's okay. Why you weather not affect
Yes.
Madrid Stadium?
Well, you already said it about the league that the whole financial
The
issues
league is
involved.
really,
So
really
it
dropping.
might be part of the financial. Maybe there's not enough money to take care of their
Yeah,
pitches.
that, so but that as well. But now let's go into
Then into the performance of the player, I saw Yamal getting the penalty goal, then
okay.
them coming back to draw 1-1 on that.
Firstly, that was not a penalty. I'm a
So
Barcelona fan.
thank God the an honest truth
No, no, no.
from
So the thing is,
a Barcelona fan after a win,
I
after
get
the
to
draw.
challenge people that what's going on with you? Why don't you say the truth when you see the truth? Right? Mine was asking telling me last week that, but you don't say the truth, guy. That was you said it. He said that he said no. He said it was a penalty. I said, guy, this is not a penalty for me. It's not because one
Are you
that
sure you
was
didn't say it because maybe the team wasn't performing right, or you?
I don't. The performance from Barcelona was horrible. First, I'm going to talk to the manager. I'm going to send him an email if I can because do not start that back line in the Champions League against Newcastle. We are gone. Eric Garcia Christensen is a very bad pairing. Eric Garcia lost the ball about 37 times alone in the first half.
Just kept
And
losing.
he kept losing the ball. It was annoying. Now, they need to talk to about this boy because he be like the enter in head. Let me go to Pigeon somehow. Because if I say the enter in head, he's forgetting that it's a team.
Yeah,
Lamine Yamal. Yes, you are a good
yeah,
player.
very good
You are
player.
a good player. You have a bright future ahead of you. But bro, you need to be a team player. What is going on? Yamal was the worst player on the pitch that day for me.
But it was a good score at the same time.
Penalty. Rafinha could have played that penalty and still be the goal scorer.
I think it was the one that was fouled for the penalty.
It was the one that was fouled for the penalty that was not a penalty. So it was an horrible game from my whole team. My manager took off Rafinha later on, and I saw him bringing on Rashford. I was like, why is Rafinha off the pitch? Right? Why is Rafinha off the pitch? Because if I actually, okay, don't worry. Let's just
Just calm.
let me take it
Do
easy.
the count.
Let me do the counts.
Then Madrid won 2-1, still leading on the table with
Mane could have won that game about
goals.
six
Yeah,
because they cancelled about
three goals. Yeah, Mbappe 2 and Aguilar 1.
now.
Two
Mbappe is
offsides and one
one
free
handball.
kick. Yeah.
Mbappe is running off with the Pichichi
Then
as it stands.
then Atletico Madrid too. Been performing very horrible this season.
So I think this
Coming from last season actually.
coming from last season, it has been their horrible. From last season's beginning, this is the same way they started.
Okay.
So now I'm going to not like this same way. It wasn't this bad, but this by now they've gotten a win,
Yeah.
right? But this is
Did
worse.
they get the win? It was defended a draw. The last match was a
It was a draw, and it was when they come back because they were leading as at first. Then
draw. Yeah, then
Atletico Madrid have spent a lot, and yet this is what they are giving us. I imagine if it was actually some teams like probably like what Chelsea are actually collecting right now, right? Because Chelsea people were like people are saying Chelsea have spent, but yet they've not won the league
Yeah.
or anything. So I feel like the manager should actually go because he has been there for 13 years running.
then
Honestly, Simeone should just go on sabbatical and rest.
yeah, but the amount Premier League has spent this year is outstanding.
That is what we are talking about.
3.1 billion pounds to compared to the combination of all four leagues, 2.9 billion.
That's why this is the
The reason why Premier League is the most competitive league.
yes, because now you see teams like Sunderland making over spending over 100 million. Or what am I calling that? Teams like Wrexham spent
Yeah,
more than
Wrexham.
Barcelona.
That's I think that should be travel. I don't.
A team like yeah, that's the truth
Yeah.
because Wrexham actually spent and Wrexham is in the championship,
Yeah, then
right? And they spent more than Barcelona that won the La Liga. So that's something to actually look into because it is really, really bad. The four leagues combined, that's League One, Bundesliga, La Liga, and okay, that's that,
Bundesliga, La Liga, League One, and
and
then Serie A.
yes, Serie A, yes. 2 points. What did you say, please?
2.9 billion for other leagues before those other leagues come.
And the Premier League spent 3 points.
3.1 billion.
So that's we see
Not
we
in dollars or in pounds.
so we see how great the Premier League is.
All right, guys.
Is this fair? Can you guys let us know, please, in the comment section? Is it
We
fair?
like your opinion in the comment section, and that marks the end of today's episode on Man Them Talks Football. Thank you very much for being with us, and we are
Thank
still
you.
soliciting for your subscription.
Please
Like
subscribe.
and comment.
Hit
Let us
it.
know what you think about our show and
Yeah.
what you think about the league and everything all together.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for being with us.
Thank you.
We expect you
Thank
next
you.
time. Same place, YouTube channel. We also have our TikTok and we have other social media which will be seen on the screen
Yeah.
at this part of the
Yeah.
show. So thank you very much. See you same time when the leads
Come
resume.
back. Yeah. Enjoy your international break.